Words I never thought I'd hear myself say. Something E.T. would eat. Ouch. I'm kind of excited.
It's where gargoyle drops down and kills you.
Oh. I'm at it again. Had to let the butler go. Battery Harbour, which has served as a landing place for ferries for centuries, has a fascinating history. It would have been used frequently by monks in the medieval era after a monastery was established at nearby Arboe Cross, while Turgesius, a powerful 9th century Viking chieftain, based part of his fleet here. The battery was a calling point for a paddle steamer called the Lady of the Lake, which ran from the 1820s for several decades. The area is famous for its eel fishing, practiced here since the first settlers arrived 10,000 years ago. I think my tank's 50 litres, I can't remember. So this morning I'm going to see something that's really important to the people of Ireland. So the Arboe Cross is over 1,000 years old, and the panels on it depict scenes from the New Testament and the Old Testament. Obviously preservation is something that they're struggling with. They are thinking about putting it in a glass container right where it is, but they still have to decide because it's eroding. So each panel has a significant tale to tell. So I've come here to have a look at a giant's ring. Words I never thought I'd hear myself say. I'm actually walking into the giant's ring as I speak. This place is seriously old. It's about 5,000 years old, making it one of the largest and oldest henges in Ireland. Imagine people gathering here long before metal tools or written language, building this massive earthwork by hand. The ring itself is huge. It's about 200 metres across, with this raised earth bank surrounding the whole thing. Right in the middle there's a passage tomb, just a few standing stones now, but originally it would have been covered by a cairn. Anyway, just a quick stop, but well worth it. Now time to hit the road again and see what's next. It's miserable outside, so I'm going to take advantage and make it a laundry day. Something to look forward to. One of the things I do, because I'm not ironing, I roll my clothes up neatly before I put them in the wash bag, rather than just throw them in so they all crease up nastily. And it seems to work, keeping them like that. But it does mean that I have to unroll them. While I'm waiting, we've got China Chef, Eskimo Pizza. That's a strange combination, isn't it? And that's it, all laundry's done in less than an hour. And I carefully fold and roll everything, like they recommend you do if you're packing to go on holiday. And so far, I've not got an iron. And I don't feel like I need one. This is where I stayed last night. We're going to go have a look at a monastery up the road while we're here, and then we're going to carry on down this little peninsula. It is a very noisy night because this road never stops, which don't matter to me because I can sleep through anything, but if you were thinking of coming and staying here and you're a light sleeper, you might want to think again. I stopped at Grey Abbey today, where time has softened the edges of history. The ruins stand quiet, the stone arches framing the sky like windows to the past. Once a place of devotion and whispered prayers, now only the wind moves through its empty halls, carrying echoes of lives long gone. There's a beauty in ruins, how they endure, even in their silence. Grey Abbey is a place to pause, to listen, and then to move on. Oh look, they've got a dartboard. Can you hear the crows? It's like something out of a horror movie, isn't it? If you were watching this on TV, if I were watching this on TV and someone were walking around with that sound going on, I'd be going, get out! Get out! So everybody talks about the west coast of Ireland, which what I've seen so far, which is not a lot because I've been over the north, is really beautiful. Very much like, you know, they talk about Scotland, the west coast of Scotland. Well, I'm on the east coast of Ireland at the minute, and I've got to say, what I'm looking at is just pretty beautiful. Look at it. What's not to like? I'm at a place called Cluthy, where I've been for 2 nights actually. I'm just going to have a quick walk on the beach. It's been my first opportunity because of the weather. And then we're going to take a ferry and have the fun and joy of a ferry ride. Now, I don't know how I'm going to cross this seaweed. That's a lot of seaweed. And seaweed, all seaweed's edible. So that's a lot of food. that's going to be left to rot. I've got to say, when you look at it closely, it looks like something alien, don't you think? Something E.T. would eat. Ouch. Right, come on, let's go. This is a little National Trust village. There's quite a few actually in Northern Ireland. If you're a National Trust member, you're certainly going to get value for money here. So if you're from Yorkshire, you'll definitely want to be a National Trust member if you're coming to Northern Ireland. And it's just a little stop off on the way to the ferry. And I've been given a tip off that it's a beautiful little village that I shouldn't drive past without seeing. A local told me that the National Trust owned all the houses and the people that lived in them simply rented from National Trust. I was going the other way. You probably noticed. I've changed direction. Just been talking to a local lady and she said that she prefers the walk this way. It's more peaceful and original, if you like. So, but she said I also need to go the other way as well. So it looks like I'm having a very long walk this morning, which was supposed to be a quick stop off for a look. This is what's happening in Ireland. It's I'm not complaining. She confirmed to me that the village is completely owned by the National Trust and the people that live there are tenants, but she did say that the majority of the people that rent them there just use them for weekend retreats or holidays, which does take away from the community a lot, which I know is a debate all over. Okay, I'm going the other way now. So there's picnic benches out here. Again, every picnic bench I've seen has got one of these barbecue things on it, which is just so refreshing, having come from England, where they just put a sign up saying no barbecues. Ridiculous, isn't it? Look at this. I'll show you. I'm not making it up. Look, can you imagine you've got your pals with you, you've got a backpack on, and there you go. You've got a little barbecue. This is a bad example because there's a burnt bit, but they've got a bit of a barbecue on there, and there's disposable things. You're having a right nice, responsible time in the countryside. What's not what I like? I'm reluctant to leave. The sun's come out. The beaches look beautiful. Oh man, I want to stay here now. Portaferry. So to get to the side, I can drive an hour and a half back up the coast where I've come from. I can get this ferry, which takes like 8 minutes. I'm kind of excited, I have to say. Everything says no entry. So how are you meant to get in there? Ferry traffic, 200 yards, you blind son. Why are they making me go all the way around here just to go back there? It's the ferry curse, that's why. Don't know why, but I'm really excited about this. This ferry leaves every half hour at the 1:15 and 1:45. Morning. Just me.
One way or turn?
Just one way, please.
770, man.
That's a shame. I was just going to get out and take some epic video of this journey, but because it's so quick, there's a sign up saying you've got to stay in your vehicle. Damn. We're off. And it feels weird. This is the kind of thing that'll make me feel seasick, because I'm surrounded by vehicles, so I can't see the horizon, but we've got movement going on. And they're already terra firma. Welcome to Strangford. This is a nice little place. We're not actually staying here. Oh, it's lovely. So we weren't actually coming here until I was on the ferry a minute ago. I just saw it on the map. So it was National Trust, had a little look. It looks pretty interesting. So I'm not a big one for going around castles and stuff like that. We're passing a castle every 38 seconds at the moment. So there's no way I want to look at all of them. But this one does look a bit interesting. So let's go have a look together. Beautiful. Can you imagine having a driveway that's about as long as the M62? Yeah, I'm not big on stuff like this, but I'm already glad that I did this stop. Trees. Oh. No, that's cheating. Nice view. Ah, that explains it. I think these are the biggest trees I've ever seen in my life. Well, the tallest. Just think what they've seen over the years. I swear a gargoyle drops down and kills you. So peaceful. Winterfell Tors. So I'm guessing this is Winterfell. Yeah, actually this is pretty impressive, huh? Castle Cleef. Well, it's smaller than I expected. This looks like a chimney stack. So I'm just driving along thinking to myself, I'm not going to go see any more castles now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to shout out, you know, like you've got kids with you type of thing where you go, castle! I'm not going to go see any more. I'm castled out. So we're just entering an area called Mourne. It's an area of outstanding natural beauty. Just come for a quick nosy and then we're getting back on again. We're just at a place called Dundrum, which looks really nice driving through it. Castle on the hill. So as you can see, the weather's changed. It's suddenly gone dark, misty and what have you. And I've just seen the name of the place I've driven into. This is Newcastle. Make your own mind up. This is still Newcastle. This is strange. I feel like I'm in a skiing resort. Look at it. How strange. I mean, I like it. It's just such a different feel, that's all. It's how interesting. I wonder what the influence is here. It's honestly, have I gone through some kind of time space distortion thing? Look at it. This is in the UK. Wow. I guess when the sun's shining, this is, I mean, it's beautiful now, but when the sun's shining, it'll be something else again. What a nice seaside resort. I really like it. I really, really like it. For like a holiday resort type place. So today's another day and we're heading up into the Mourne Mountains. I don't think I'm going to be able to see a right lot, but I'm just going to get myself up there and then probably it might get brighter later on. If not, it's okay. I'll just hunker down, have a nice cosy day in the van, doing some jobs around the house, and tomorrow we'll be able to take a look, see what we can't see today because of all this mist. The Mourne Wall is what it's called. So the big significance is it stretches for 22 miles over this mountain range. It goes over quite a number of the peaks, and it was built a long, long time ago when the reservoir were built. When the reservoir were built, it was before the time where we had modern methods of purifying the water. So what they did is they built this wall to keep out grazing creatures, so to try and prevent them from contaminating the water. It again. This is a bit optimistic. I need to get out and have a look to see if there's any nasty rocks. So it's a bit of a marina, Galoon. It looks really nice. Oh, they've got a car watch thing. Never leave valuables. Oh. Free shower. I don't even know if it's open today. It's just, how can I pass Castle Cool without stopping off? Some of it might rub off on me, you see, so I've got to take this opportunity. I doubt it. I think it'll take more than a castle to make me cool. I can't believe I've dropped everything just to come to Castle Cool. Can you imagine having that as an address though? It would be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, I've just had a quick look so I can give you a bit of information because I'm not going to be videoing much here, I don't think. 18th century stately home with restored rooms and servants' quarters set in a woodland park. I've driven for like 5 minutes since I left the road up the driveway to get here, so I hope it's worth looking at. It's going to be the quickest pit stop ever. Doesn't look very cool. So that was just the stables. I've come on a day, it seems, not seen any signs yet about it, but it seems that it's closed today. So there's nobody here, apart from us. Oh, right, that looks more like it. That's a lot of fireplaces, if you count them chimney pots. Can you imagine? That's your house. It's like the opposite of me, isn't it? I've downsized somewhat. I had to let the butler go. I'm just leaving Castle Cool. I have a question. If you like won the lottery or something like that, you know, and you're like multi-millionaire, maybe billionaire even, would you want to live in a building like that? You know, like people used to, well, rich people used to build stuff like that, and I guess people still do live in places like that. I don't think people still build stuff like that, do they? I don't know. But would you want to? I don't think I would. tree. Whew. It's freezing here today in Ireland. I've actually given in and put a jumper on. It's that time of year. It's jumper time. So, just walking up here on my way to Stonehenge, although it's not Stonehenge. This is it. Stonehenge, but not Stonehenge. I think the comparison is to do with the diameter of the circle more than anything else. Don't know why, but I'm getting Lord of the Rings vibe. And also, what's that one doing over there? It's just that one on its own. Very strange. Or is it strange? Is it like something where at a certain day, a certain time, at a certain time of year, when the sun's at a certain point? No, I give up. Watch too much stuff on TV. I don't know if you can see on the camera really, but it's quite extensively dug out, like there used to be buildings on here, baby, foundations or something. It's one thing being here and seeing this, but just why haven't we got a time machine invented yet where I can just nip back, have a quick look, do you know what I mean, and get back home again where it's nice and warm, put kettle on. Right, well that was good. I'm glad I didn't have to pay in. That's spookier than the Stonehenge bit. So I've just packed up and it's beautiful here, beautiful. However, what you can't see, we can see a lake over there and what have you, but if you look closely, you might notice there's a lot of flying things here. And I was about to jump out the van, but there was just a little job I wanted to do first, and I'm so glad, because I'm thinking, what's that tapping noise? I was sat here and they were like kamikazing against the glass. Tap, 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 tap. And then loads and loads of biting midges out there, look, can you see them? Waiting for me. They're like, quick, quick, everybody, we've got one. I'm not hanging about here. These flies have driven me to it. I'm going to the pub. We're going to the pub, are you coming? Okay, so we're off ski. Now then, I've got no headset, so I've just missed that turning. Good start. Right, so I've got a new camera on the chin. It's a different make, and got a different microphone. So I've spent some of my hard-earned money. Let's sit now, bread and jam for a while. It's really nice to get out on the bike. I love it. Just taking a look to see whether I want to stay here tonight. I think I'll stay at the pub. I haven't been to a pub for about a month. Half a lager, I'll be on my back. Thank you so much for coming along with me on my journey and keeping me company. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to join me on future episodes.